We're talking lambs to the motherfucking slaughter in this episode. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, Season 2, Episode 20. Holy shit, dude. Rustal Elion, he's not to be trifled with. There's a reason this guy is in the position he's in. He's a strategist. He's got this whole idea of opening a can of whoop ass that Tekadon and McGillis, they don't even know what's coming. And it's like lambs to the slaughter. At the start of this thing, I'm just watching mouth agape as all hell is breaking loose. And then midway through this battle, of course, you got Mika and Julieta, I guess is Eok's right-hand bitch, as I've been calling her. Apparently Rustal has told her she's the one who has to go after Barbados. She's the one who has to take down Mika and all this stuff. And he's kind of like, who the hell is this? Like the whole time. And I'm just dying. I'm like, oh my fucking God, what the hell? And then, as I say, midway through the battle, all this shitstorm ensuing, do we find that, Elion has basically snuck in a splinter cell to use a Dainsleif or whatever the hell it's called, so that then the Arianrod fleet that he commands can use the entire whole shit ton of them that they have. These giant, mecha suit, spear-throwing, crazy machines. And suddenly it's like half of the fleet, half of the Rebels / Tekadon fleet, mostly focused upon Tekadon, is pretty much wiped out. We're talking mechas, mobile suits, we're talking ships, ships of the line, everything like that. Everything is a fucking clusterfuck. And I'm biting my nails. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Orga, could you have ever anticipated this? I mean, you clocked, McGillis one in the last episode. It's just like good, but I mean, everyone, forget it. It's like everything is ending. Everything's coming to a grand penultimate end. And it's blood everywhere, Everyone is stained with the blood. And I was actually somewhat shocked that McGillis waited until this point to actually get the fuck off his ass and get into the bile and become like, the signature Valiard, if you will, of this entire movement. And he's, in his doing so, he's got all of the people backing him like, a renewed sense of vigor. They're like, all right, we're going to kick some fucking ass, It's just like, oh man, I hope it's not too little too late for Tekadon though. Oh shit, man. Once again, one of our precious Tekadonese, one of our boys, Shino, our resident James Willems looking motherfucker, if I might add. I was really reminded of the guy from Funhouse watching the way he looks. And of course, he had one of the arms off the Ryusei-Go destroyed, and it broke his arm and everything like that. And so they're going to fit him, with the same Dainsleif thing, the same apparatus, and he's going for the kill shot. Motherfucker. I don't think he got that kill shot. I think he knew it, and he knew it moments before he received a kill shot. His boy back home, they're making promises, those sort of old classic World War II movie cliches where it's like, when we come back, we're going to meet the honeys, we're going to go bar hopping, and we're going to have fun. It's going to be great. We're going to have pizza down at the deli, and it's going to be great. We're going to come home, we're going to have fun. And the boy ain't coming home. Shino ain't coming home. And you see that close-in fist with the wisps of fabric tied around them and just blowing in the breeze as it harkens down, titans clasped in the recognition. Shino failed, seemingly, to take this kill shot, which, I might add, motherfucking son of a bitch, they would have gotten Eok, too. Eok was right there, right within their grasp. And no Rustal Elion as well. It's like I said, Rustal, for such a pompous bastard as he is, he's a strategist, man. He's a master strategist in this whole battle, this whole war effort, and he's knocking Tekadon and everybody back a peg. You gotta give him kudos for that, even if you don't like him. I hate him. He's despicable. I want to see him flogged and splayed just like Eoke and everything like that. Sending Julieta out there, you know, like, is she just fodder to his cause? I don't know. You know, I mean, he's bad news, but that's, you can still look upon the enemy and hate them and be scathing toward them, but if you have any logical faculty, you're going to take a step back and be like, dude, the cat's a badass warrior, you know? He's a badass fighter. He's a badass strategist. This is a chess game. And unfortunately, Tekadon, because Orga's always flying by the seat of his pants, making somewhat rash decisions, and in this case, being sidled up with McGillis by force, he has no choice but to, you know, back up McGillis and everything. I mean, it's like Tekadon's bringing checkers to a chess game. And I'm just hoping, you know, they can turn the tide somehow. I love the whole bait and switch. We've seen them doing this back in season 1 already, where they had a sort of, remote piloted ship that they were using as a shield. And of course, the real ship was behind it. And, you know, Rustal thinks they're breaking off this attack. It's like he's seen this before, so ha ha ha. The garbage, the refuse, they're not going to get me. They're not going to fuck with me. It's my day. And then he realizes at the last second, oh shit, there's Shino, there's the Ryusei-Go. And it's got a Dainsleif. And uh-oh. You know, it was ineffectual, seemingly. I didn't see any confirmation by the end that Rustal or Eoke or any of those motherfuckers bit the bullet, and I'm pissed about that. It's like, you know, but I mean, it's only episode 20. We got, what, 4 or 5 episodes left to go, so I mean, oh man, it's just going to be a clusterfuck death storm every episode from this moment on. It began earlier, you know, I mean, the things that got me back into talking about this series, Nausea, Amida, Laughter, now Shino, it's like, fuck. I don't know, like, are any of these characters gonna fucking survive? I don't know. Any of our Tekadon crew, Atra, anybody, Mikazuki, Orga, anyone? Any of them? Are they gonna be alive by the end of this series? I don't know. I got to thinking, as all hell's breaking loose, and you got, you know, the gravity well in the ship that Orga, you know, is captaining and everything like that. Atra's flying around. You know, it's like the gravity has completely gone offline or something in the midst of this battle. I'm thinking to myself, imagine, would they actually have the balls to, like, end all the Mobile Suit conflict episodes to go, and then the rest of the show is all the political shit that follows with Cordelia, and if McGillis survives, and Gallahorn, and all that stuff back on Earth, and because they're right outside of Earth anyway, you know, like, would they actually have the cojones to get rid of the Mobile Suit fighting aspect of it? It is a Mobile Suit Gundam show, and they wouldn't necessarily have to exhaust all of them, but is Barbatos even going to still be around by the end of this series? I don't fucking know. It's just, it's like I said, where is that other political groundswell gonna come in, you know, that other foot gonna drop? Because, of course, all of this war that's happening, it's like rebels versus the Empire, and you know, in this case, I don't think we got any Luke Skywalkers who are gonna come out and pull their thumb out of their ass and win the day by destroying the Death Star, the Arianrod fleet, the a whole shit ton of Dainsleifs, and again, however that's pronounced. You know, it's just like, fuck, man. And Shino, I mean, he's been a long-standing cat, you know, with the team and everything. I mean, you don't, at least for me, who's watching somewhat casually, I mean, I did cover the whole first season in episodic reviews, and I'll admit I had to take notes on certain characters' names and everything, but Shino, that's a name going back to, like, the first fucking episode. You always hear that name. You always see that face. He's one of the tried and true cats, you know, so it's like, for him to go out, you may have seen it coming. You could say death flags aplenty and all this bullshit, but I mean, at this point, all bets are off. There are death flags for everybody. You know, anyone's gonna die. Anyone can die from this point on. And holy shit, just again, the absolute fucking clusterfuck that is from this point on, started in this episode with hellacious battles going on, and it's going to continue, probably up until that last shot of that last episode. But I am hoping there is a little bit of a reprieve. I'm hoping we don't see everyone die. I'm hoping we get to see a little aftermath that is a little more positive, constructive, and everything for these characters, because so many of them deserve something better, man. You know, and like somebody commented on my last video talking about Orga having a mobile suit of his own that he might even decide to hop into and fuck around with, and you know, in a venture to save Mika and Atra and give them a positive life, you know, because of all the guilt he has on his shoulders of getting to this point, watching everyone die. And I could see that happening. You know, Orga, he's not necessarily the best tactician at making decisions in the case of battle and everything. I think he's pretty much just been lucky up to this point. Now it's like, you know, a rock hitting a wall, you know, with the force that is Arian Rod. And even if he's got Fareed McGillis backing him, which it's like, fuck Fareed McGillis. You know, he's the piece of shit that got them sidled up with this mess to begin with. So I don't fucking know. I don't know where the hell it's going. All I know is death. Put your money and your name in the comments below of who you think is next to die. Because chances are it's happening very soon.